Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report. Happy Wednesday. Oh, you know what? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I had something in my teeth. I am so sorry for that. Welcome to the Warden Report. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you find this entertaining, educational, who knows. This is my week, and I'm just going to show you things I do throughout the week, what I'm eating. I do eat at least 90% fat when you're looking at like overall macros. So I do have macros that I go by, and so that's, I figure out, I have to get to 90% fat for the day. And so I'm just going to show you how I do that with my meals. I don't sit around just eat sticks of butter. Like, I want an actual meal. I want food. There's my husband, known as HungryHeath. So if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I know you're going to enjoy this video and my little jingle at the beginning. And then also hit that subscribe button. That we've got a lot of content. We not only do my Warden Report, Heath over there has multiple sclerosis, so he does a weekly report as well, or update. And then we also put out recipe videos. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, put the bell notification on, and then every Friday night we do go live starting at 6:30 Central until, who knows, usually whenever he starts falling asleep. So tonight I'm going to show you what I'm eating. I have lately just been doing OMAD. Just how it works out, and just seems like that's just easier lately. So let me show you what I'm having. Okay, y'all. This is, again, 90% fat. So what we got here, actually this meal's just a little bit higher, but I've got 2 pieces of bacon. And I tried that new, I don't know if it's new, but I tried where somebody was like, oh, you put water in it and that way it doesn't shrink as much. And I did that, and yeah, it didn't shrink maybe as much. I don't know, it feels like the same amount. But I still had to wait for all the water to get out too, because I like it still crispy. Let me know if anybody else has tried the water trick with the bacon and if it worked out for you, especially if you like crispy bacon. I do have 1 jalapeno that I fried in all of the yummy fat. I've got 5 tablespoons of mayo. Again, I just think that's a perfect like dip here. And then over here is, let me put this on here. There is a sausage patty. That's the HEB hot and spicy. I topped it with a single slice of pepper jack cheese. And then I've got 1 egg here that I folded up. Oh, and somewhere in here is 1 mushroom that I diced and put on top. So again, that's why I think mayo goes really well with this. I could dip my jalapeno, my bacon, and then put some on here. And it's like, still gets me that high amount of fat. Oh, and for drinking, I've got my water today. And then earlier, if you're new here, I do drink coffee every day because coffee is life. And in the coffee, I do add coconut oil. Lately I've been doing 6 tablespoons of coconut oil, so there's another big portion of my fat for the day. But I sip on the coffee like all morning and afternoon. I do basically a pitcher coffee. It's like, I think, I'm trying to think here. It's probably about 36 ounces of coffee with 6 tablespoons of the MCT. So I drink on it in the morning, later on, mid-afternoon, or let's see, mid-morning and afternoon. So that's how I drink all 3 cups. And then you might see this red stuff and be like, what is that, Shelly? What's that red glob? that is our Moist Cloud Tears hot sauce. So, you know, you got to have a little heat. But yeah, that's it. We're having breakfast for dinner. Thursday, and it's coffee time. Here's an old Starbucks mug. I love the color. It's that beautiful kind of gem blue. And look, I've got my heavy cream and I've got my pumpkin spice mix that I put on top. And you kind of see how much heavy cream there is, maybe. It's like 4 tablespoons. And then my coffee, which is fatty with all the, that's it, the coconut oil. But anyways, this is my mug of the day. I'm going to try to change out my mugs more often. Honestly, I'm not really good at that because I kind of get a mug and I like it and I just use it continually. And then I'm like, oh, some people who get a new mug every day. And I'm just like, oh, but then I hate washing dishes. And anyhow, I'm going to try. I'm going to do better this time. But yeah, this is cute. So the back, it doesn't say it. I don't even know. I think this is probably, oh goodness, this is back when I had like a roommate. So it's probably 20 years old. Oh man, I feel so old. But no, it's at least 15 years old, I'm guessing. If anybody has this mug, let me know when you got it. But I know I had definitely had it way before Heath. So I'm thinking like 20 years. Oh my gosh. Has Starbucks been around that long? I guess so. All right. Let me know what you think. Do y'all collect Starbucks mugs or not? This is actually, I think, the only one I have. Good evening, or Thursday evening, y'all. So this is kind of a repeat of last night. Again, we've got the hot and spicy sausage, just a 4-ounce patty. I topped it with a slice of pepper jack cheese, a little bit of mushrooms, a little bit of onions. I have 1 egg here that I fried and folded up. And then I've got 1.5 jalapenos. Yeah, I fried them in the bacon and sausage grease. And then I've got 2 slices of bacon, 5 tablespoons of mayo. Of course, I'm going to put my MCT, that's our hot sauce, on it. And then I got something different to have as my drink. This is Super Coffee's Peppermint Mocha Latte. It is a little higher on protein. It's viewed as a protein drink. There's the macros. And that's for 1 bottle. It's been a while since I tried these. One time I tried some of them and I find them way too like syrupy sweet. And then I tried a couple at KetoCon that I was like, oh, okay, this isn't as sweet as I remembered it, right? So we'll see how this turns out. I don't know. I was like, well, I'll try one. It was on sale. We'll just see if it is, because sometimes they're just, I can't take it too sweet, y'all. But I'll let you know what I think. All right, y'all. Let's see. What do I think about this? I have already opened it. I've been drinking it. I finished my dinner. So I thought I would share with y'all. My thoughts are, it's not real peppermint. Like sometimes you get a peppermint coffee or whatever, and that's all you taste is peppermint. It is very creamy. It still has the mint flavor, but again, it's not like an overbearing, like if you ever had an Andes mint and after you ate it, you tasted peppermint for hours. This doesn't leave like that lingering peppermint flavor. It's supposed to be peppermint mocha latte. Again, it's not strong on mocha, like not real chocolate flavor coming through. It's mostly just kind of that creamy, I would say it's almost like a LaCroix Andes mint. Like it's, you taste it, but you only taste it for like maybe 30 seconds. Like as soon as you swallow more saliva, the flavor is gone. would I buy this again? Probably not this flavor. And I mean, for me, that's like 10 grams of protein for only 2.5 fat. And then it's also 3 total carbs. And I'm basically keeping my carbs under 5. I mean, sometimes I go a little bit over, that's okay. But most is 10 total carbs, but most of the time it's 5 or less. So that's a pretty big hunk of my carbs. So this isn't something I would have daily, probably just, you know, every once in a while. So, but, I mean, it's okay. I still think my favorite one from Super Coffee is actually the unsweetened one. But that's me. I'm not a huge sweet coffee drinker, so I don't tend to like really sweet drinks, like, you know, even like the Frappuccinos and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of those. Tell me your thoughts. Have you tried this one? Where's the front? There it is. Have you tried this one? What do you think about it? And what flavor is your favorite Super Coffee flavor? I'd be interested to know. Happy Friday! I hope everybody had a wonderful week, just as we did. I mean, this week's definitely been better so far, but, you know, thoughts for us tomorrow. Today for my lunch, I'm actually going to have a little lunch here. I was just like, yeah, I kind of feel snacky, but not like, I don't want to just grab something to go. So I'm going to actually sit down and enjoy this. So I've got 5 of those jalapeno garlic stuffed olives. I've got 1 of Mikey V's extra hot pickle, and it actually is pretty hot. And then I've got our spicy pickles. See, let me get a finger in there. And then I've got 1 of these, ooh, sorry y'all. 1 of these string cheese. I don't know why, but like regular cheese, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But the string cheese, just the fun of pulling it apart is why I enjoy it so much. Anybody else like that? I'm just weird. And then, of course, I've got my 2nd cup of coffee with, you know, my coconut oil in it. And again, I'm using the Starbucks cup. I just can't help myself when I have coffee cups. I use them a few days in a row. But this is my lunch, and we already got stuff. He went to the grocery store, so we got everything set up for tonight's Friday night feast. So I hope y'all tuned into that. Comment below if you did, and let us know if you're going to make that recipe. I'm really excited about tonight's recipe. So that's it for now. So make sure you tuned in to the Friday night feast to see what we made. Y'all, first meal of the day. I didn't film earlier, but we did go through Dutch Bros, and I did get me a sugar-free hot coffee, a brevet, so that means when they make it with the heavy cream. So now we're having dinner. It's like 3 in the afternoon. And what we got here is our cappuccino. So in there we've got like avocado, there's some shrimp, crab, hot sauce, and it's just freaking divine. And instead of having chips, we swap out for the chicharrones or cracklins. Now they do serve that with some, they homemade or in-house make some kind of like chili mayo or something. And then they brought us some crystal hot sauce that's very mild. And then we also got Appalachian oysters. Now we do like raw oysters. Comment below if you enjoy raw oysters. But we like them. And this is our Saturday. We're having a date with this handsome fella.
Hey.
And so we're just gonna enjoy having, you know, this special time together. And so this is just a really nice time to get out. And oh, for my drink, I've got lemon here in water. I have a water to drink with lemon. And so this is a really nice restaurant here in the Woodlands area. Here, I'll kind of show you around. I don't want to capture people's faces, but very, very beachy, seafoody scene. It's got, you know, the pale, what would you call that, seafoam green with like these marble tables and kind of that, the seats, didn't that used to be like a soda pop?
Yeah.
And anyway, so there's that, and then we got there, I'll just show you all the way around here, tackle. And instead of saying like appetizers and stuff, they say things like ebb and flow, sinker, catch, that kind of thing. Oops, sorry y'all, I know that's a little, whoop, sorry. But yeah, so this is where we're at. We've actually been here a couple other times. Always had really good service. The food is always just phenomenal, especially if you really want some fresh, tasty seafood. Like, this is the place to go. And they have an actual oyster bar that you can sit at and enjoy, you know, a drink and some fresh oysters. They have other things too. Like, they have a really good smoked fish dip if you're into that. So this is a great place. And again, if you're coming for the cruise and you want some good local seafood, I would highly recommend this place. Maybe I don't know when we're going to do it, y'all. But I mean, this would be, I mean, you could come here for lunch. It'd be a great place to come for lunch. Maybe some of us could come here, order like oysters, this capuchana, and a couple other like stuff to share, because I know that Saturday night we will have the pre-cruise dinner, but we come here for like lunch and just enjoy that, see the Woodlands area, and just enjoy our day. So that's another thought of what we could do that Saturday. Okay, here's our main entree. Of course, we always bring our Redmonds, and this is the swordfish, the mesquite grill, and then it's got lemon butter, and like roasted tomatoes, some okra. I don't know if I've ever had okra like that, grilled okra before, but that's that. Now I am going to share with Heath. He got the same preparation, but the fish is actually the mahi-mahi. So let us know, what's your favorite fish? And that is our side dish of Brussels sprouts that are fried. And then look, there's my swordfish. Sorry, guys. And I topped it with a little horseradish. I love horseradish. And then I got an extra side of the lemon butter. So the okra is good. It's different. I never had that grilled before. But yeah, this is freaking delicious. Both the fishes. I think, what did we decide? The swordfish was our favorite over the mahi-mahi, but they're both freaking delicious. Happy Sunday, y'all. I thought I'd give you a glimpse into my test kitchen. Of course, I've got my trusty tester right here with me, right? Makes it sometimes hard to walk around the kitchen. But anyways, so this is what I'm doing. I'm still trying to create this crispy cookie. So I've got 3 different batters. So I've got this one, which is a base of coconut oil as the fat, and there's a couple other things. And then this one right here, this is with butter. This, I just did one and I was like, oh, I don't think this is going to work out. But this doesn't have any egg in it at all. And then these is another kind of like the first 2 has a different base than these. So we're going to see how these end up. I've been trying to do like crispy cookies all week. But I've been just doing like 1 or 2 sample cookies. And so far, not having a whole lot of luck here. So I'm going to try these 3 today and see how they turn out. A couple of them I did put some chips in. And I'm going to tell y'all, I mean, it tastes wonderful, right? They taste great. I'll do another one with some chips just to see. But I think the best luck as far as getting a crispy cookie is going to be doing it as like a sugar cookie. But I am using different sweetener than normal. But I've got it all written down. We'll see which one is successful. And so wish me luck. Whatever one ends up being successful, which I'm hoping one of these will be, then that's what I'm going to write up for the channel members this month. Hey y'all, it is Sunday. Sunday's like my day to just get to-dos, ins and odds done, right? Here's coffee. My standard coffee, right? Which is just coffee, flavor of the week, whatever it is. And lately I've been doing 6 tablespoons of coconut oil, blending that in the Vitamix, and then I put my iodine drops, which I do 5 drops. Sometimes it's 6, whatever, you know, sometimes a little dauber gets a little excessive there, but that's okay. And then I always sprinkle cinnamon. I just like cinnamon, but I thought I'd show you just some things I do on a random Sunday. I got this plant actually back when Renee was here right after Thanksgiving, and it's an herb plant. So it's got sage, thyme, and rosemary, and those are actually 3 of my favorite herbs. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm just going to replant these because I was reading, I'm not good with plants, right? But I was reading that you don't want to keep them in whatever pot they come in, that's not meant to be like the pot for it, that it's supposed to be just a temporary pot. So that's what I'm doing. And in the meantime, you might hear some noise in the background, and that's some bacon. I'm cooking up Heath's lunch, you know, double duty it, right? So, these 3 herbs like a very sandy, dry soil. They need soil that's going to drain well. So that's why I got this cactus and citrus potty mix. It's supposed to be fast drying and it drains. And then I also heard putting just some little rocks at the bottom also helps with drainage. And these are just 6-inch pots. I think they were like $2, so not too expensive, right? Make sure all of these are nice and even. Okay, good. And then the next thing I'm going to do is break up these herbs. Let's see how well I do with this, right? Good thing we're outdoors. Ah, there we go. That wasn't too bad. And then you just kind of want to break them apart, right? And that's what I'm going to try to do here. Alright, so I'm trying to get these all close together. Oh, look, there's one sage. See if I get the other out. Right? Yeah, this is definitely messy. I guess I should have worn something a little more protective, right? Like a smock, as they say. Oh, and here comes the rain again. Alright, there we go. I think it's starting to come apart. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Alright. Awesome. So I've got those separated. I can tell my bacon's ready to be flipped. So when we come back, I'll show you the rest of what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. I know I said I was doing 2 things right at once. Whew. So, bacon was fine, right? No issues with the bacon. Then I'm going to make his hamburgers. So we got, or he did, got really good deals where the already formed patties were 25% off, and it actually made them cheaper than the ground beef this week. And so, I mean, I love the pre-made patties. It just makes, you know, meal prep so much easier. But I love my pocketbook at the end of the day. So usually whichever is cheaper is what we're going to get. So that worked out. He got, there was 2 packages, both marked down, so he bought both of them. So with him being the main one eating breakfast, or lunch rather, every day, then that should last him, each container had 12, so that should last him 4 weeks, y'all. I thought that was pretty good. So, always planning ahead, right? Okay, so, yes, I'm obviously not a plant person because I don't even have all the right tools. So, I used to get like, box lots. What it is, if you go to like auctions and stuff, they'll do what's called a box lot, and that's where you can get just a random selection of whatever's in that box for one amount of money, which when I'm doing my business, that's it. Really a very economical way. I mean, I've gotten a box lot before for $10 and made over $300 off of it. So, I mean, you can do really well. Sometimes it's like, oh, sometimes you get stuff like this. Look, it's just a mug that this person says Speedy Cash. So probably they went to go, you know, borrow some money or something, and they got a free mug for doing so. What am I going to resell this for? Like, it's not an antique. I mean, you could tell by, it has a .com on it. So it has to be at least 20 years old. So I doubt that it's close to that. So this would be something I would just sell at a garage sale for like a dime, right? Okay, so I'm getting this planted in here. So I wanted the base of this to be like even here so that those roots, this is what I heard, right, y'all? I could be completely wrong, but the person I watched, she said you just want those roots to have lots of room to grow. So kind of put it even here and make sure it's nice and packed down. So I'm gonna add a little more. And then they say basically on these, because they like it to be dry, right? They don't want to be just sitting in a swamp. So they said when you water them, you just water them enough to basically wet the roots. You don't want it, and you want to wait until it fully dries out before you water them again. So that's my rosemary. I love rosemary. Again, I do not have a good thumb, so we're going to see how this kind of turns out, right? Want a little more in here. I think my burgers, or Heath's burgers rather, are about ready. There we go. That looks good. Okay. We'll see how this goes, y'all. I've never been really good with plants. Like, I have a black thumb. But hopefully, I've been reading, so I would love to be able to have, like, these fresh herbs. And then we even like to, you know, if we don't use all the herbs when we buy them fresh, then we do like to dry them as well. So that'd be cool to make my own herbs. If I do well with this, maybe I can move on to like getting my own like hot pepper area. Wouldn't that be cool? And then grow our own peppers as well. Okay, that looks good for the sage. And here's the thyme. Let's hear those jokes. Okay. Let's see. A little more. All right. That should be good there. Gonna break the roots up a little. All right. And then we're done. So that's planting with Shelly today. So we'll continue on. If you have any plant tips, you know, give them to me. I was looking up how to make like homemade like plant food and stuff, and it said that eggshells, you just like dry them and powder them, but they're really good for plant food. So I was like, well, we got tons of eggshells because he, you know, eating 4 eggs a day, like we have a lot. So I mean, if that is really true, hey, there's a way to completely use everything, you know, that we have. And that would make me really happy. There we go. I love them. They're so cute, right? And then, I don't know how you're supposed to store this, but I guess I'll get a rubber band or something. I don't know. Would a chip clip work? But that's my plants. I do know they need a certain amount of sun a day. And if it gets too cold, then I'm supposed to bring them in. But I kind of want them mostly to be inside. So we'll just see how this works, right? Hopefully I have good results. Here is the Sunday dinner. And y'all, I totally forgot earlier when I was potting the plants. What had happened was when I went to season the burger patties, the top of the seasoning came off. It like half of it spilled out. Good thing it was just salt, pepper, garlic. But yeah, so now I made dinner for us. I did a pizza stuffed bell pepper. Basically, I put slices of pepperoni, which is a good high-fat meat, a little bit of cheese. I put more cheese on Heath, mozzarella, and then I made some, basically like a meat sauce, but it's ground beef, a little bit of onion, jalapeno, of course, and mushrooms, and then some rayos. And mix that all together. So I just layered that inside the bell peppers, and then topped off with a little more marinara. And then on the side here, I have that ranch sauce that we made Friday. Just thought that'd be good accompaniment. And then for drinking, I've got my 1877 sparkling water. And that's my Sunday dinner. What did you have for Sunday? And we're about to watch Coffee Talk. Happy Monday, y'all. And for dinners this week, we'll be having a beef filet. That's about 6 ounces. And then I put about 2.5 tablespoons of butter on top. And then we have our pork belly Brussels, added some jalapeno, and of course tomatoes, and there's a little bit of onion and bell pepper. And then also have a side of that ranch dressing. So definitely got the fats up on here. And then the great thing about the pork belly Brussels sprouts, y'all, is you don't lose any of that pork belly fat, because you just toss it in the Brussels and whatever vegetables. So you're still keeping a lot of that yummy fat. And it is Tuesday already, you guys. So today I was like, I feel like a little bit for lunch, but I know I can't have too much because we're still having the filet and pork belly Brussels sprouts for dinner this whole week. So just try to keep it really high fat. So I've got my olives here, and each one of those is 1.5 grams of fat, so that's good. And then I've got walnuts. We got these at Sam's. So I have a 1 ounce serving, which is 28 grams. And that's really high in fat, y'all, because it's like 18 grams and with 4 protein. So great source of fat. And then I am going to have, I don't know why, but I'm addicted to the string cheese. Like other cheese, I'm like, whatever. But the string cheese, I just love pulling it apart. But that's my lunch today. and then I'll show you dinner. And say hello, Miss Delilah. Delilah, say hi. Happy Tuesday evening, y'all. I hope you're having a good week, as good as this week's going for us. This is dinner. Again, kind of repeat. Hey, look who's here. Hey, Sammy. Say hi. He always comes by because he thinks, you know, that I'm just going to give him something, even though I never have fed him from my plate. For some reason, that's what they think, right? Yeah, baby. So again, I am having a filet mignon. We got these actually at Sam's. It was like a package of 4. And it was a little bit higher. I think they were $10 a pound about. So, but look, I cut it in half. So it's only a 4-ounce steak, and that's plenty for me. Because I'm also having our pork belly Brussels. So I've got 3 pieces of the pork belly mixed in with Brussels and jalapenos and a little bit of onion and bell pepper. And of course I top my steak with a couple tablespoons of butter because that makes everything better. And then I've got some leftover ranch, the last of our ranch we made, and a couple tablespoons of our harissa mayo. And that's my dinner, and this will be filling. Again, I find beef is very, very filling. And then on the side here, I have got this chocolate salt. So I'm just going to add that to my water. I know some people are like, oh, that just doesn't taste good. It tastes good to me. Mix it in there together. It's just, I guess it's kind of like a yoo-hoo, right? But that's what I like. So it tastes good. For me, and I just kind of feeling like I want a little bit of flavor in my water tonight.